Isang kasalukuyang traffic enforcer sa ngayon sa Talisay City, Cebu, ang susunod nating bida na bagamat lumaki sa kalsada at naging suntok sa buwan ang kapalaran, pero ito ay nagbago nang pasukin ang pagiging mandirigma sa ibabaw ng lona. Matapos maging OPBF champion, ang tubong Dumaguete City na si Jimwell Devono ay nagkaroon agad ito ng pagkakataong mapalaban sa bansang Amerika. Ito ay laban sa Mexicano, si Jeronimo Hernandez, na winasak agad ng 22 years old na batang Pinoy sa unang yugto pa lang ng laban. At matapos ang nakakagimbal ng pagkapanalong ito, ay naging interesado naman ang kampo ni Juan Manuel Marquez, kaya naman balik agad Amerika ang batang Pinoy para lumaban sa titulo ng WBO interim na kasalukuyang hawak ni Marquez. Ang laban ay ginanap sa Dodge Arena, Hidalgo, Texas, na isang 12 round na bakbakan sa featherweight division na halos na nga maiyak ang mga Mexicano sa ginagawa ng batang Pinoy sa laban.
So far, Haka is taking more than anticipated.
Marquez is a southpaw. Marquez service. He's got to go up against a conventional fighter, and there you see Marquez, right.
Marquez is fighting a lot more aggressive than punching with a lot more authority. He seems to be very determined.
2 fights ago, he lost a decision that
earlier friend, he even acknowledged I never heard him say something like that.
Yeah, and he's got caught with a beautiful straight left right there by Haka.
Haka doing work to the body, but Marquez.
This could turn out to be a much more exciting fight than we all expected.
And Haka trading boys.
It means we have a good, exciting fight on our hands.
Marquez doubles up with the left hand.
Off from the Philippines, as Pacquiao does.
Juan Manuel Marquez. And
Jim Rex is trying to land almost.
When we go to the corner of Haka, landing 18 out of 54. Haka 18.
Look.
There you see how Harold Letterman scored the first round, and he gets. This fight was supposed to. He has joined
Marquez, who did some of the hurting in that round.
Or if he got rocked. Now,
a wee tad slower than he normally is, I think, because he himself got caught with a right hook, even though.
You know, going into the area for Manny Pacquiao, looks to me like Haka's fight.
Cut over the left eye, I believe. Marquez. And there you see what Marquez punched with his left.
Look at him also sometimes when he comes in. But interesting because I thought he would be just taking a little step back sometimes.
In this fight, if Marquez can make adjustments and start to pull away.
Against Geronimo Hernandez, it was a first-round TKO.
He pulls back a lot, just enough to instead of throwing punches and just stays back just enough, like he does.
Shook Haka.
Manny, I'm killer robot. And Marquez throughout his career has reminded me of that. Still early in the fight, rounds go on.
I don't know if he's going to be that effective. This guy sees nations.
I think it did a little something.
On that one.
Yeah.
It was blocked, but there was some...
Miss a little bit more in this round than he was earlier.
Down at all, Marquez is going to get to another level.
I see Marquez showed you a little bit of the speed.
Very professional, but still slow.
This guy.
Starting to settle into the fight now. Haka's punch output slows down. Marquez trying to stretch Haka.
Okay, Fred. 2 rounds to 8. Jim Rex Haka. That first, like the style of Jim Rex Haka. I mean, this is.
It's not uncommon for Marquez to start slow. Kind of passion, but like he really's trying to take this guy's head off.
Passion in previous fight, maybe then would have gotten
the tight rope.
That's following a long career where he. Trying to lead with the.
Haka doesn't have the punching power, Marquez, but he's fighting this winning the round.
Against southpaws, Manny, guys are on. Marquez seems to be caught with
punches with a lot more speed and power.
Vulnerable still, he is fighting a southpaw with a good straight left hit. You know, he's active against a guy like that. Might that not be an advantage against Pacquiao in a rematch?
But what? And you can't do that with a guy like Pacquiao.
Fight.
And you saw Cutman with that roll. Over in Hidalgo, Texas, for Emmanuel Stewart and Max Kellerman. And this was supposed to be a rebirth here for Juan.
But I'll tell you what, should he come out with a win here, I think
Down version of Pacquiao, right?
some fighters don't watch tape, and Haka says he doesn't watch.
Marquez, Haka, he wanted it was all good. Marquez wouldn't touch glove.
Bad cutter when you get two heads, the flesh in between gets busted.
I'll tell you what, if Haka puts Marquez in some trouble.
And Marquez, you can tell, sensing he doesn't want to go into work here in the 5th round. The 5th fight that we know of with Haka.
Career, except for the Pacquiao fight, it's that kind of invulnerable than, say, Barrera from a bad perhaps on points.
Yeah, see what
will go a long way towards making him fighter.
Marquez shot him, get even after getting cut. And now Haka's trying to take control of it.
Blood streaming down the right side of Mark. Time, no punching. 14 of 43, Haka 12. Marquez.
Sometimes when fighter and Marquez, the guy, he drew with Pacquiao. He lost to Freddie Norwood, controversially. Portfolio, and I think raised the profile of top fighters in this weight class. Harder since the cut.
And he's, to me, landed more punches in the match.
Well, it wouldn't be a dramatic win if it wasn't against
all about this pro-Mexican crowd, when particularly Pacquiao in the Mexican last week.
Pockets.
Good right hand. Good right hand.
Martin flush upstairs on.
Very determined fighter. 1-2. And Haka closer shooting the right hand. He's been more effective. There it is again. By shooting timing.
The blood streaming down the right side of Marquez's face. You see him wiping it off. In between, firing. Fellas, safe to say, not what we expect.
That's one of the reasons Haka's still around this late in the fight.
And that he's winning these rounds. But I want to say something. You got to say this. If the fight is you scored the partial round. 4-2, Marquez.
A good chin. That's the only reason he had. And Marquez punches good with both hands.
Not only is this the kind more vulnerable than he used to be.
Truly the case, I believe. I think he gets hit a little bit more than he used to, but he.
Nice uppercut by Marquez.
I mean, for Marquez, he just landed a.
As I mentioned, he lost 2-1. In his last fight, the fight was stopped in the 7th with Marquez.
He lost the decision. The Chris John fight.
And Juan Max, $50,000, wants to build a house. He has a wife.
You can build a couple in the Philippines. He's fighting a spirited fight.
He says he is.
People are talking about. He didn't lose to Pacquiao.
Letting us know it's a second accidental headbutt. And you can see once again, Marquez wants to take matters, standing right there with him, going toe-to-toe.
But Haka came right to him and met him punch to punch.
What an exchange!
Going right to him. He's not taking it easy. Both guys are meeting each other.
Marquez's face in a furious exchange with it. He's not.
The right side of his face. It's Cole telling Marquez he was ahead on the scorecard.
Definitely on it. Very seldom. I don't recall it.
Well,
and he wants to fight on.
How could Lawrence Cole have an advantage in power punches in the 8th round?
Cons to open scoring. That is a potential, knowing they were ahead in the fight.
And a lot of the rest of the fight, even if there's no cut involved, just on.
From Barrera and towards him in terms of public.
And the guy's a point that was just brought to mind. I was saying, he may not have understood him.
Good point. Always the boxing guy in his life, but he and his brother Raw.
Some work against the ropes.
Oh, big surprise.
Napuruhan man ang batang Pinoy sa pangsyam na raw ng laban, pero hindi inakala ng mga komentator sa laban na aabot pa si Kabayan sa kalagitnaan ng laban na ipinakita ang tibay at galing ng isang mandirigmang Pilipino.